Nothing could comfort her tonight as Joseline Hernandez paced back and forth in her lavish but deserted estate, her mind racing with a million darker ideas, and the city's dazzling lights flickered, giving the skyline an unsettling glow. Her accomplishment was demonstrated by the pricey furnishings and artwork that lined the walls of her living room. A few days earlier, Joseline's life had seemed to be going well. She had a career, a daughter, and a man who had been there for her no matter what. But her world was turned upside down by the news she had just heard. She had a romantic relationship with a producer who had supported her through everything, including aiding her with her musical ambitions and sharing brief updates about their personal lives on social media. Even though they were in love, their relationship was far from perfect. Despite suspicions and rumors of tension and ambiguity in their relationship, nothing could have prepared her for the devastating news. An abrupt, lightning-like appearance had occurred. Joseline was browsing through her phone late one night, something she had done countless times before, when a text message suddenly showed up. It was just the devastating truth about Ballistics, and it came from neither Ballistic nor a friend or even an unnamed source. Younger girlfriend who was pregnant, her hands shook as if she could somehow force the words to disappear, regardless of how many times she read them. But the sad truth remained. Her man had gotten another woman pregnant by a younger person, someone she was unaware of. The idea of it alone pushed her into a downward spiral. What made the betrayal seem like a kick to the gut was the notion that he had kept the lies and secrecy that had grown between them hidden from her. This was a violation of honesty, loyalty, and respect, all of which were values that Joseline had always held dear. How was it possible for him to attack the man she could feel the anger swelling inside her chest, a wrath she hadn't felt in a long time, as her thoughts raced with images of the guy who had promised her everything and had deceived her in this way. The night was quiet except for the frenzied sound of her own breathing. Her social media posts were full of cryptic signals that all but shouted of the betrayal, and her rage only intensified with each passing hour. She would use words to challenge him, cause mayhem, and hold him accountable. He betrayed not just a child, but also her dignity, trust, and emotions. Storm within the betrayal had ignited something deep within her, and she was suffering because she could no longer control her feelings. She had always had the freedom to voice her ideas, primal and raw, but today she would speak with more force and directness. She sat on her stuffed animal in the seclusion of her home because she had to face him and demand answers. Ballistic's voice sounded distant, almost unaware of the storm brewing on the other end, as she sat on the sofa staring at the phone in her hand, hoping that calling him would somehow clarify things, but nothing would improve it. Her hands were shaking with emotion as she finally hit send and called him on the other end of the line. After everything we've been through, everything I've done for you, and you're expecting a whole other girl, she cried into the phone, her voice trembling with hurt and rage. How could you do this to me, Ballistic? She asked. His voice sounded like a smack to her already wounded heart. In light of before he responded, there was a long pause, but his words did little to calm the raging inside her. Joseline was unable to comprehend the lies and secrets, despite his attempts at an explanation and apology. The betrayal was too much for her to handle. I should have noticed that you were playing games all the time, and now this baby. Joseline sat back with the world on her shoulders as the call ended, knowing that now that the truth was out, there was no turning back. The betrayal was more than just an error. It was the collapse of the future they had once imagined together, shattering trust. The same thing would never happen again. The woman had to confront the painful fact that their relationship was over after years of passionate love, yet the harm would still exist.
She smells like not water. It's somebody on the drop situation. Okay, so I'm gonna fill you guys in on that, whether they like it or not, because I just think this is necessary. Y'all notice I didn't say too much. You know, when my money be on the line, I know how to hold water. Okay, when my money be on the line, I know that's when I know how to hold water. If you don't want me to tell your business, you need to give me a check and tell me don't tell my business. Okay, so what had happened was I hit a soft spot unintentionally. I hit a soft spot because I thought she was adorable, and just a ball of fun at the beginning. I didn't have nothing against her, but if you pay attention, she was throwing like little subliminals. I don't like people to do me too much like that. I don't know how to be quiet and be like, I don't know how to be fake. What are you talking about? So she didn't like that I hit a soft spot because she said something about the baddies, and they didn't put it in there because I guess that's what she wanted. But if she should have let the whole thing play out, and it made it look like I just came for her, but no, she got mad about the baddies or tried to put them down in some way. And it wasn't in there at all. I had so many people that was on set with me who said, "What happened to that part? That's the part that made y'all go left." And so yeah, she must have said, "I see it. Take my down." But anyway, that's what happened when you got a little bit of stake in the company. That's okay. I respect that. Your underarms thing, I just enjoy. And I told her that, but they ain't put that on there either. But that's just what it was. Her, that's her network. I get it. In a couple years after I've been there for a while, maybe we could play. I don't care. Stop resisting. Stop.
Joseline Hernandez's and her fiancé Ballistic Beats' drama-filled world is getting completely out of control. There are rumors that Ballistic, also known as Robin and Dua, broke up with Joseline and moved on to someone else. Talk about a plot twist, but wait, it gets juicier. Rumor has it that Ballistic isn't keeping his reasons for the breakup a secret. Although we're not sure if these accusations are true, he called out Joseline for being dirty and, to put it kindly, stinking. In reality, though, Joseline's personal hygiene has previously been the focus of attention. Carissa is one of countless persons who have previously targeted her and made the same accusations against her. Accepting something like that is hard. The drama is intense, and we'll be watching how this narrative progresses.
She smells like mop water.
When Ballistic, a talented music producer, and Joseline officially launched their Instagram profiles in April 2019, they not only worked together on songs but also rose to fame as reality TV stars. It seemed like an idyllic fairy tale, such as Love and Hip Hop, Miami Marriage Boot Camp, and Joseline's Cabaret, and by September of that year, they were engaged. He was the loveliest man, Joseline wrote in a poignant birthday post, and she requested he live out the rest of his natural life with her. She, Ballistic, is allegedly moving on and bloating about Joseline's dirty laundry now that the situation has drastically deteriorated. Regardless of the veracity of these hygiene accusations, this is genuinely becoming a major drama. At the very least, the breakup has garnered attention, and let's be honest, Joseline needs to tidy up her act, both literally and figuratively. Furthermore, anyone who thinks they can approach Joseline and escape punishment must be living. We're here for that kind of passion because we're talking about the same Joseline who fought off armed police officers and lived to tell the tale. Everyone, including their mother, is aware that Joseline is not a member of CIS and will quickly throw hands at you if you even breathe incorrectly in her way. People have been discussing Miss Joseline's scent dilemma for a time because Carissa isn't the first to reveal the truth about her purported funk. This demonstrates Carlos' sincere belief that she could get away with dragging Joseline's personal hygiene through the muck. The moment of heat, don't misinterpret now. This whole stanky affair began because, let's face it, people can't continue to tell the same untruth. While I don't blame Carissa for being messy, maybe Joseline should come up with some ideas instead of bowing every time someone offers a suggestion. When Joseline walked through the air a few days ago as a guest on the Anti-Podcast, which Tokyo Tony Chaim hosted, you could feel the tension simmering like a pot. It was none other than Carissa herself. Joseline was about to lose it, and she wasn't holding back. Sis arrived in full force, accusing Carissa of being jealous and called her a grumpy old lady because Joseline is at least 20 years younger than Carissa's dusty dreams and has receipts for days. Jolene's continual boasting about producing millions of dollars for Z's network and making young women famous while Carissa's son was sitting up in jail was the real twist. Joseline twisted the knife and called out. Carissa sat there taking it all on her chin like an expert, without flinching or moving, while baby Joel pretended it was a family reunion. I can't stop giggling at her hilarious breath and her inability to dress to save her life, and this showdown is just getting started. Excited to see how it unfolds.
We too grown for this that way. Right. That's why
Respect people's boundaries and
right. And that's what I'm saying. People need to learn how to respect each other. It's okay, y'all the aunties and the
Since
teachers.
you came out here respected, well, I was expecting you to come out here like, oh, ready on. Go.
I brought y'all flowers. I brought you a gift, and then you got this crusty old lady sitting up here talking. Hold on, T. Come on, auntie. Hold on. She's very disrespectful. I came out here with gifts. I haven't even gave y'all the gifts I brought you. I came out here with flowers. I'm congratulating you. Thank you for having me. You know how much money I made Sue's network? Do you know I was outside of your daughter, I was the only other one.
Outside of me, she didn't. But go ahead.
And your show, obviously, like, come on, like, she can't talk to me like
And
that.
we respect.
And this is the thing. And this is the thing. I've done a lot in the industry. We ain't never heard of her doing nothing. She's sitting up here jealous. She's sitting up here jealous of a younger. I'm 20 years your junior. Relax. 30. Relax. Why you doing all of that? Sip the tea and keep it cute. Because one thing about me, I'm respectful. I give young ladies opportunity. I didn't have nobody to telling me how to do what to do. I put my ladies to work. They go on a successful tour. My bitches go on a successful tour every season after we close. Because this is every successful. We got packed shows. They're sitting up here talking to a queen. You is a peasant to me. Why did you like a speck in the air to me? Why did you in my face talking in my face with your stanky breath? But brush more like this. Go brush your teeth and your tongue.
Damn.
And you sit up here looking raggedy. Why y'all let this nasty sit up here with the outfit on? Y'all look good. Y'all got stylish. And y'all let y'all friends sit up here looking like shit.
Stylist. I don't
Right.
as a friend.
Well,
I
I
don't
tell
need
you
a
what.
stylist.
If you are going
But
to
I
have
did give her an outfit before.
well, if you don't want people to come here and have a good time, she needs to understand that it's boundaries to be set. You cannot just have a fun time. This is tea. You sitting up here trying to stab me with a knife.
Although Carissa was clearly mortified by the circumstance, she refused to let it affect her. Joseline is the final arbiter. A few days after that questionable interview went viral, Carlosa went live, and whoa, she had a. Carlosa accused Joseline of having a weird coup, but she didn't have the courage to check her out in person during the interview because she had a lot to say. She found her voice on the screen when she let it all hang out, exposing that the producers were allegedly coerced by Joseline to cut parts of the interview so that it seemed as though she was unexpectedly being pursued by Carissa. And now she has this. Carissa claims that when Jaylene initially entered a crazy room, the smell at first made everyone think it was one of the cameramen who just didn't know what soap was in the air. But a minute later it became clear that the odor was still coming straight from Joseline's private area. The gloom was real, you know that. Get some popcorn because Saba isn't done yet, because the drama is getting more intense.
Situation. Okay, so I'm gonna fill you guys in on that, whether they like it or not, because I just think it's necessary. Y'all notice I didn't say too much. You know, when my money be on the line, I know how to hold water. Okay, when my money be on the line, that's when I know how to hold water. If you don't want me to tell your business, you need to give me a check and tell me, don't tell my business. Okay, so what had happened was I hit a soft spot unintentionally. I hit a soft spot because I thought she was adorable, you know, and just a ball of fun at the beginning. I didn't have nothing against her, but if you pay attention, she was throwing like little subliminals. I don't like people to do me too much like that. I don't know how to be quiet and be like, I don't know how to be fake. What is you talking about? Get to the So she didn't like that I hit a soft spot because she said something about the baddies, and they didn't put it in there because I guess that's what she wanted. But if she should have let the whole thing play out, and it made it look like I just came for her, but no, she got mad about the baddies. or tried to put him down in some way. And it wasn't in there at all. I had so many people that was on set with me who said, "What happened to that part? That's the part that made y'all go left." And so yeah, she must have said, "I see it. Take my down." But anyway, that's what happened when you got a little bit of stake in the company. That's okay. I respect that. Your underarms thing, I just think and I told her that, and they ain't put that on there either. But that's just what it was. Her, that's her network. I get it. In a couple years after I've been here for a while, maybe we could play the real shit. I said, my Lord, ain't nobody this damn fine smell this funky. I had to myself like, oh, come on, baby. It's a whole lot of men in here. Everybody think it's looking at each other. It's hurting. Tia smelled. We all smelled her. We thought Tokyo, but it was Tia. Because Tokyo don't look like she goes to the dentist, and I never ever. Okay, I don't know. Nobody said that. She never been to the dentist. I bet you if we ask her dentist, she gonna tell you right now. I'll lie. It ain't no dentist available. Girl, yeah, Jocelyn gonna try to say my breath stink, knowing that was her mother's underarm. And if your underarm stink, what's the rule? Your ass.
Naturally, this sparked a debate on social media, with some arguing that Carissa should have been just as active when sitting across from Joseline instead of waiting for her online debut. You already know this if you've ever been around Joseline, but it's not tea since Joseline will tell you that she doesn't wear deodorant because of environmental concerns. I believe you humiliated her because she already knows what someone else said. I watched the replay of the episode with Carissa. Stop the drama though. Carissa appears strange and was becoming blank. The train wouldn't be stopping anytime soon, they said, reminding everyone that this wasn't the first time Joseline had been accused of having a rather odd aroma, started dragging her around again. Others advised Joseline to look into some personal care tips rather than continuing. Feeling especially bold, Carlos jumped into the comments section and threw a barb, accusing Joseline of having a BBL on top of everything else. She couldn't leave her little funk problem alone. Girl, don't you have enough? They're getting these bulls and forgetting they hold fun the first time, she added, attempting to extract as much negativity as she could from the whole circumstance. When Joseline and Kay were at odds in 2017, alleged sanitary issues surfaced on the streets. Michelle Joseline decided to use her tiny bag to get high, bringing up the embarrassing moment in which Kay rapper Uncle Murda accused Michelle of having a stank problem, and Joseline even suggested some Durags and natural remedies Michelle may use to cope with that state of mind.
You ever heard of that? You ever heard of this right here? Right here? That's what you did right there. Just that. And we resource in 28 days. You can get that. I'm about to do it right